Hey everyone, this is Luana
Albert.
and today we're going to chat with you about what are some obstacles in your pathway to your success and how you can handle it. All right, so what are obstacles? Obstacles are, I'm just going to talk about when I did a mud run. And one of my favorite things and most terrifying things was actually going over an obstacle that was 3 stories high. I
Wow.
almost passed out, like seeing the thing. I'm running towards it. I'm like, no way. But one of the things for me is actually seeing the thing and knowing that I had to. There's no other way for me to get through this course to win this thing without accomplishing or defeating that obstacle. So in your business, what are 2 examples or 2 things you can think about that are obstacles in your path to success?
Well, I think one obstacle that came to mind right away is the fact of just talking to people. Obstacle of just picking up the phone and calling someone. Obstacle of just sharing or having a conversation with one of your coworkers or your family members or friends. So that's one obstacle that I can think of right away. That a lot of people trying to build a business they face every day. And what about you? What about number two? What a second obstacle you think will?
I would say one of the number one obstacles I've heard people talk about is actually being afraid of rejection, and that's something that I face as well. Is being afraid of rejection from people, afraid of rejection from different ways, or even people in your upline or in your downline or whatever. That's a huge obstacle for people. So one of the things for me in overcoming the obstacles, so going back to my mud run, one of the biggest things for me is that overcoming or help me to overcome that obstacle. Looking up in the midway, every step was wide paced, and I had to take my time and be fully aware of where I was with every step I took. But what really helped me and helped me to draw me over that obstacle was knowing that there are people who actually got over the thing and they were cheering me on to keep going, to be able to succeed and overcome that obstacle. And while I was going through it, the people who I was with kept encouraging me and telling me, hey, put your foot here, put your foot over here. Hey, it's a little bit less slippery on this side, okay? And you actually would follow through with that because it was so encouraging to keep moving with the people and also be encouraged by people who have already succeeded ahead of me. So when you're looking at the obstacle that you're seeing, don't be afraid of them. Conquer it, crush it, and one of the things that you should know is that one of our mentors, Jim Rohn, was saying that you can actually use your obstacle as your pathway to success. All right. So looking at your obstacle, I couldn't win that race, or I didn't win it, but won it in my against myself. But you could not be successful in that race without accomplishing that obstacle. So what is your obstacle? Think about what's holding you back from your success. Write it down. If it's fear of people, fear of talking to people, fear of rejection, fear of success, that can actually be a hindrance.
Fear of failure.
Fear of failure. Write it down and let that be your pathway to success. So, say for instance, very easily, people. If that's your problem, you can't talk to people very well, you're afraid to talk to people, guess what your pathways to success is? Getting out there and talking to people. Make a game plan and do it and stick to it.
And even practice, take baby steps. I mean, if that's your fear, talking to people, maybe try talking to someone, any old random person, just by starting off saying hi, approach them, just be friendly. And you'll find that as you keep doing it, it becomes more easier and easier. And then you find that you're having conversation, you're sharing your whole life story with that person.
Awesome.
Or with people in general.
Yeah.
So that's just one tidbit that we want to share with you, or at least I want to share with you.
All right. Awesome. So that's it for today. Face your obstacles. Let your obstacles be your game plan to success. All right. Thank you so much for joining. If you found value in this content, please go ahead and subscribe so you can to this video. Subscribe to our YouTube channel so you can follow us and keep up with us as we keep sharing our heart with you. And also, you can find us on Facebook, on Twitter, Instagram, and we also have a blog too. So you can find the links to that below this video. And thank you so much for joining. Cheers, everyone.
Be encouraged.
Be encouraged.